Perfect. Great. Amazing. Hello, everybody. I am here with my friend and awesome burlesque dancer, Lillian Bustle.
Hi, I'm excited to be here.
Yay! Thank you so much for coming and
for
shooting a video with me. I'm super excited to have you here. Lillian did an amazing TED Talk that is up on YouTube. I will link it below. Where she basically talked about being fat. And I was like, that's awesome. I'm totally going to steal that idea and do a video on it too.
My thing was when I was little, my sister is 11 years older than me. And I found out later that she was actually from a different dad.
Oh, wow.
And she was much thinner than me. And so when I was like 5 and she was 16, I was chubby always.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I don't know why we even use the term baby fat, because like
It's not a thing.
Kids have different body types. Everybody has different body types. Some people grow out of it into something else, and some people don't.
Yeah.
But so here I was when I didn't actually start getting made fun of until I went to school.
Oh, wow.
Like I would meet kids on the playground, and I would go to church, and never had any issues with people calling me names until I started going to school.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really sad because I really loved school.
Yeah.
But I started getting scared to go.
And I also have the same thing where my sibling is 10 years older than I am, and I have 2 sisters, and then I also have 1 younger sister, and all the rest of my sisters are thin, like gorgeous, whatever. And I was always the heavier one, but as a kid I wasn't like super duper heavy, but I was heavy enough to be made fun of, you know what I mean? And then it just kept, you know, I hit puberty really early. I got boobs and a butt really early, and I was just big. I was always bigger.
I don't think I'll ever be a teenager who gets to go to beach week and wear a bikini.
Right, yeah.
And why am I thinking that at age 6?
Right.
You know?
It is too early for that. Right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And I had a little bikini when I was a kid, and I remember loving it, and I remember the time when my belly started like sort of getting too big for the bikini, so it would sort of sit under my belly.
Oh.
And I didn't care. I was like, look at this. It's all sassy on my hips now. I don't remember feeling a sense of shame about that, but I did remember feeling like I could never go back.
Yeah.
I remember after that bikini was done, I remember being like, oh well, no more bikini.
No more bikini.
Do you want to talk about fat bikinis while we're on the
Yeah, we can talk about fat bikinis, how to get a bikini body, put a bikini on your body thing.
Exactly. I'm so all about fat bikinis, and I'm just not a fat bikini person.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is for me. It's like I don't have a problem with that. I think that's great, and I think if you want to rock a bikini, that is all you. And I am just more comfortable in a one piece for whatever reason, and I'm fairly comfortable in my body. I'm not gonna lie and say that I'm totally like body confident all the time. Like that's not me, but for the most part I am. But I just feel more comfortable in a.
I get almost naked in front of people on stages, and I'm totally okay with that. And part of it is because I'm super pasty. Actually, I have secrets. I did one time go to a tanning booth. It was before a wedding, and I wanted to get a little sun, and I was like, I'm gonna do this naked because that seems like a super good idea. And I burnt my areola.
Oh!
Yeah, so
Ow! So yeah, I wanted to go back and talk a little bit more about kind of childhood, because I know for me, one of the biggest things was I like to say I dabbled in eating disorders, and I don't say that to make fun of it or make light of it. It's a super serious and awful thing that a lot of men and women deal with, but I say I dabbled in it because it was a very short-lived period in my life, and what I came out the other side realizing was I have the type of personality where I can either accept that this is how I look or be extremely unhealthy, and so the decision that I made and that I continue to make pretty much every day is that I would rather be healthy than be thin. That I think is something that's hard for people to understand because of the whole, well, if you're fat, you must be unhealthy thing. I literally go to the doctor, and I hadn't been to the doctor in forever, and I was like, I should probably get a physical. I got a physical, and it was a terrible doctor. I no longer see him because he got my blood work back, and he was like, oh, you're like remarkably healthy. You actually, the good cholesterol is really high, and I was like, why are you surprised? I'm like not even 30 yet. Why would I have like heart failure just because I'm heavy? Like, and yeah.
You made him sad because he got excited about giving you a lecture.
I mean,
then he couldn't give you
then
a
he
lecture.
couldn't, seriously. Like, it's just, I mean, and I'm not trying to pretend that I'm the healthiest eater all the time. I love pizza, but I also eat salads and vegetables. Like, and I walk around all the time. Like, I exercise. So the second I am unhealthy, I will reevaluate that.
I went on Atkins probably back in 2004, but back when everybody was on Atkins, and I was watching a ton of my friends drop weight real fast. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I chose to do this because I got on an airplane and I was very sad because the buckle wouldn't go. Oh. And I had to ask for an extender, which I actually know now, you can buy your own extender. Oh. So you never have to feel the sads that I had. Because you can just get on and be like, click, click. You can also buy your own hospital gowns. There's all kinds of stuff.
Oh, that's really smart.
To like take yourself, if you have
that
things
stuff makes you really
that
comfortable.
You avoid,
yeah.
Right. So anyway, I was upset. The lady was super nice. She made it like a secret operation.
Oh, that's good.
But I almost cried the whole time we were on the plane. I was like, I can't even believe this. Anyway, I went on Atkins. I'm not saying that that's sustainable. I lost a lot of weight really fast, and I got all the crazy compliments that I had never had. Oh my God, you look so amazing. Which part of me was like, thank you, and the other part of me was like, what did you think of me before? What kind of nasty pile of crap did you think I was before that you're like, I can't believe it, your mom must be so proud?
Oh, that is like a huge pet peeve for me. I don't understand why society in general thinks that it's okay to comment on anyone's weight, no matter how much you weigh. Because I know for me, no matter how you mean it, it is going to be bad for me. If someone says, you look like you've lost a lot of weight, my brain goes immediately to like, oh, what have I been doing recently? Like, maybe I should keep doing that. Oh my God. And it's just down the rabbit hole. Like, it never is a good thing for me if someone says, you look like you've lost weight. And frankly, I never say that to anyone. I make a point. Because what they mean is you look nice. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's like when people say, oh, you look tired. They don't mean you look tired. They mean you look like you haven't showered and you didn't put on makeup. Like, I think about why I think that person looks nice, and I pick that thing out and I tell them what that is. I really like your dress. Your makeup looks really beautiful. Your hair is falling perfectly today. Right. Whatever it is.
The end of my story is that I gained mine all back really fast.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of deaths in the family, and you're supposed to go off of it a certain way, and you're supposed to still maintain certain things, and I was just like, I'm sad, and I need sandwiches, and that, you know, I feel like I have better ways to deal with SADS now because I went to therapy for a long time.
Right.
You know, I think everybody likes to be told that they look nice, but I mean, that's a whole other...
skinny doesn't equal nice to me, so...
Right.
Yeah.
And that's a whole other ethical thing, where is it like, we're all striving to be beautiful in our own way, but is beauty itself like overrated?
Yeah. Oh gosh. Well,
I know. We'll say that for another time.
We went a little deep.
I know. too much, too fast. We're getting the bends.
Something you said in your TED Talk, just about fat being a dirty word, and how it's not a dirty word, it's just a fact. And you said that, and I was like, holy shit, yes, that, all of the things, yes. What, tell them what you said.
Yeah, sure. Well, society has come to equate the word fat with being ugly. And that's why when someone says to me, oh, you're not fat, like, that's just, don't be silly. I'm not blind to fat. I feel like since I've really become comfortable with myself and been like, screw it, this is where I'm going, I'm not ashamed to talk about it.
Yeah.
I don't feel weird about it. I'm there. People haven't hollered at me. And I remember the last time that my heart was really broken by that. I was coming back from a burlesque show. I wasn't even in it. I just been to it. I had so much fun. And you know, it's dark down on the Lower East Side. I was walking through a part where there wasn't a lot of lights, and like College Boys did that boom baba wide load.
What the
And
hell?
I think that I got really like, and I yelled something, and I think I probably shook my fist.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm sad that it comes from an ugly place,
Right.
but part of me is like, I'm sorry that your mother failed you.
I guess next I just want to talk about the media.
The media. Oh.
Yeah. We can start with Tess.
Sure.
Tess Holiday on the cover of People, which is great. If you don't know who she is, being applauded for being the first plus-size model signed to a major agency. She's a size 22, and she's also, I believe, she was the one who came up with the hashtag F Your Beauty Standards, right?
Yeah.
Which I love. It's a weird thing because she's a model, like she's beautiful.
Yeah.
And then obviously she's getting a lot of flack for being fat, and also getting a lot of applause for being fat and, kind of pursuing your dream. And I just don't understand how anyone can see something like that, can see someone achieve their dream. Like literally that was her dream. Her dream was to be a model, and how you see someone achieve their dream and are mad about it.
Right.
Like,
right.
What?
I don't understand why someone else's body, any of that.
Yeah.
Like, someone else's gender identity, someone else who they want to marry.
Mm-hmm. Has anything to do
people
with...
get so angry.
Yeah, so she's really great. I don't know that I have too much to say about her, honestly, but other than like
visibility.
she's great. Yeah.
Visibility is
Visibility
super
is
important.
great. Yeah.
I remember when I was growing up, this is the reason why I didn't like sci-fi, was because mostly I was exposed to Star Trek Next Generation, and there's no fat people in the future.
Nope. Zero fat.
We solved that apparently.
Yeah.
And if there were fat people, they'd have to wear some sort of like leotard, unitard onesie, which wasn't really what was up my alley.
Nope.
It's like it would be me and Guinan
Yes.
hanging out at the bar.
Yes.
In our shift dresses and our jaunty hats.
Yeah.
That's why I talk about in the TED Talk, like we need to look at all bodies. They need to be out there. You don't have to like everybody.
No.
You don't have to want to get down and dirty with everybody. In fact, it's so much better if you can take a look at bodies in various forms of dress and not worry about whether or not you want to have sex with that person.
Like what?
If you can get to that point, I would say, yeah.
Bravo.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, welcome. Welcome.
Yeah.
But bodies are interesting.
Yeah.
And I think that part of the reason why it's good for fat people to be on TV and fat people to be in movies and fat people to be on the cover of People, because they're people, we're people.
I wanted to talk about Melissa McCarthy for a little bit because
Sure.
I freaking love her, and I've loved her for a very long time. And I like to say that she has my career because every time she does a movie, I'm just like, that's the movie I want to do. Like spy. Like I've been saying for years that I want to play a spy or a sleeper agent, and I just I love those kinds of movies. And she just did Spy, which I haven't seen yet, but I'm very excited to see because
I've heard things about it.
Me too. I've heard really great things. The thing that I love about her is that she's very popular, so again, exposure and like she's out there.
Yeah.
And she also seems like a very intelligent human. Like when she does interviews and kind of talks about that, because they always ask her. So what's it like being fat? The thing that bothers me though is that I don't want to play a fat spy. I want to play a spy.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm gonna go see Spy and I know I'm gonna enjoy it, but I also know that it's just gonna be like fat jokes and her,
I'm worried about that with the, I haven't seen Pitch Perfect 2 yet, and I've heard some Rebel Wilson stuff that makes me sad.
Yeah, I saw it, and it's just,
Yeah.
I liked it. It was cute and it was fun, and I'm supportive of things that bring, a cappella or musical theater or anything like that to the masses, absolutely. But there was a lot of like, ooh.
I'm torn because I want people to see us all the time. But if we are constantly only there to be the butt of a joke,
right?
That's not helping anybody.
Right.
It's making mean people meaner. It's making people who are scared or have bad connotations about fat people pat themselves on the back and go, look, I was right. The movie told me they are like this. So to the Melissa McCarthy point, I feel like she's trying to be Chris Farley.
Yeah.
Who
again, I love him, but so much of his comedy was just about him ripping
being
coats,
sweaty and
stuff.
fat and ripping coats and falling down.
Being an actress, the biggest thing I struggle with is body confidence versus wanting to be universally liked, because that's a huge part of being an actress. How do I do that and also be this size?
Right.
So is that her acceptance? And she's like, listen, it's funny when I fall over and whether I'm fat or not, and I happen to be fat, so like apparently that's funnier for some people, and that's gonna be my comedy.
She is making it easier for me to do anything.
Right, exactly.
I mean, if that's what you want to do, I guess that's what you want to do, but it's not the kind of thing that I think is funny.
Yeah.
And I do see things that she's done and I'm like, you're so adorable.
And also, like, I could be assuming a lot of things. Maybe she loves that comedy and thinks that's really funny and has no issue with it. It's like I said, I wish that...
Why aren't people asking her these questions?
Right? What? Melissa McCarthy, come to my house. I will interview you and ask you the hard-hitting questions like this.
What you said before, like the day that there is a movie with a fat person in it, especially a fat woman, where it's not about her being fat.
Right.
The day, what's his butt that does Paul Blart? Like, he's a nice guy. I'm sure he could
Kevin,
sure.
Something.
He could be in a movie where he wasn't a fat guy on a Segway.
Okay, so let's talk about Heartbeat really quickly.
But
who is a YouTuber that I have just discovered, but she's been on there for a while, and a lot of her, she's a comedian, I guess, like she does like sketches and funny things, and there's a lot of like kind of music parodies and music stuff. And she also happens to be naked a lot, and she's got a video that I will link down below. I did it again. Down below. Where it's a Q&A video, and then at the end she talks about can people stop saying that when fat people are naked that it's brave of them, and you talk about that in your TED Talk too.
Yeah.
And it's such a funny thing, because it's like I understand her point, I understand people's point when they kind of say, like, you know, why you're saying it's brave because you think that I shouldn't be naked and that I shouldn't be okay with being naked and that is a problem. But then you also say, like, it's a compliment. I'll take the compliment because what you do is brave. Absolutely.
Well, I don't think it has a lot to do. I think that when people say it to a fat burlesque performer, that it has specifically to do with the size. And I think that in some cases it's malicious or even just condescending.
Yeah.
For me, there are so many people who hate their bodies, and taking a stand and saying, not only do I not hate my body, but I love my body, and if you look at it for like a couple more minutes, you might love my body.
Yeah.
Like, that is ballsy.
Yeah.
Especially for women of any size to be like, I am cool with this.
Yeah.
When I was seeing it, I was like, oh my God, that I want whatever that is. And it was super scary for me.
Yeah.
And having overcome that, I do feel brave, and that's why I'm okay with it. And there's levels of bravery.
Yeah.
And what with the whole Caitlyn Jenner stuff?
Yes.
How come that's not brave? How come that's not brave?
And also,
someone from a burning building is also brave.
It's also brave. It's like that thing, this whole, you mentioned the Caitlyn Jenner thing and people kind of doing this thing where it's like, that's not brave, like soldiers are brave, and it's like, why does me calling her brave make soldiers any less brave?
And I think that we as a country need to accept that there are different levels of bravery.
Well, thank you so much for coming over and sitting on my couch and talking to me about fat people.
I would love to come back anytime.
Yeah, definitely. Yay!
And thanks to you guys.
Yes, thank you for watching, and I hope you liked this video. And if you did, be sure to subscribe and give it a thumbs up and do all that good stuff. Yeah. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Kevin James, I was so mad mad, again, another digression, but I was really mad about Paul Blart Mall Cop because I was really excited because I love him. I think he's hilarious. And I was like, this movie was amazing. And then it wasn't funny. And I was like, and there wasn't even a gag reel at the end. And I was like,
no!